Number of protests took place in Manipur on Wednesday evening. A lot of people came out, memorandums were served, candlelight protests were taken out, requests were made to the government of India. These are the protest visuals.
Howzay ko minute ani katani mayam to minute minutes. Howzay ko minute ani katani mayam to minute minutes.
Are the latest visuals. On Wednesday, a People's Convention organized by COCOMI, or the Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity in Imphal, where a resolution was taken to declare national war against narco-terrorism in Manipur. So narco-terrorism is a big issue in Manipur. The convention declared public emergency in Manipur and decided to suspend all festivities and entertainment programs except medical emergencies and religious rituals in the state. Though I must put this on record and say that the protest took place on the community line. It was not a pure play Manipuri protest. The protest was on the issue of narco-terrorism, and the messaging was such that a community is responsible for poppy cultivation, which cannot be correct. But nonetheless, this is a development which had taken place in Manipur. The convention also resolved that no weapons will be surrendered to authorities as they were necessary to fight the narco-terrorist aggression. Now, on one hand, the government in Delhi is saying, please surrender arms, and on the other hand, you have civil society members openly saying that they will not surrender arms. It has also revealed and resolved to put pressure on the state government to set up special village defense forces in each village for safeguarding their life and properties. Meanwhile, as many as 57 arms, 318 ammunition and 5 bombs have been recovered in Manipur, taking total number of recovered arms and ammunition to 868 and 11,518 respectively. The security advisor to Manipur government, Kuldeep Singh, said on Wednesday. So on one hand, the pressure is to ensure that the arms come back. On the other, civil society members are saying that they won't. It's a pick-win situation. In the latest, a joint combing operation in the sensitive area of the hill state commences. Security forces seized 29 automatic weapons, mortar, hand grenades, ammunition and warlike stores. And the ethnic conflict in Manipur has impacted peace process with an extremist outfit in Meghalaya. So it is having a fallout also. The tripartite peace talk between the centre, Meghalaya government and outlawed HNL Liberation Council was scheduled in the first week of June. But before I go into further details, let me ask Brijesh. Brijesh, is it stereotyping? Is it stereotyping?
Well, I think yes, it is stereotyping because whenever you use the word poppy cultivation, the first image it comes to mind is that of a cookie. And whenever you talk to the other tribal groups, it is always that they blame the whatever wrong that is happening in the state of Manipur is because of illegal migration and poppy cultivation, or the crackdown on poppy cultivation by Biren Singh government. So I think it is more of a stereotyping because the government should also try to put out in full public knowledge about who are all those people who are benefiting from it, who are the people who are growing poppy cultivation, who is the one who is distributing all those drugs that is manufacturing. It is impossible to imagine that there's only one particular ethnicity which is only benefiting from the sale of the drug. I think it's more of a stereotyping than a rational argument, because had it been a rational argument, nobody says that 100% of anybody and everybody of their ethnicity is is like you're pure and pious. But the fact is, to paint a community, paint a tribe of being a drug cultivators, illegal migrants, and so on and so forth, I think it presents a very sorry picture.
So you are saying it's typecasting, Brijesh, you are saying that it's the issue of one community. But if you look at the visuals which have come, if you look at the protests which are taking place, it's very, very clear that the protests have become extremely segmented now.
Well, it has been, not only protest, the entire intelligentsia is by being segmented. I mean, it is, protest by one community or another community. You've been talking about a unified Manipur, or what happened to that spirit of being one state. I'm sorry to say, but that is completely absent. You either have a Maiti protest here in the Delhi in Jantar Mantar, or a Kuki protest, flash protest, which happened yesterday outside Home Minister Amit Shah's residence. So, the protests and all are very clear. And, one look at the demand, glance at the posters which is being put forth, you can very easily make that, who all these protesters, which all tribe the protesters belong to. Such has been the divisive and deep divide and lack of distrust.
Stereotyping or narco-terrorism is a big issue.
See, narco-terrorism is a very serious matter. As you have said, and also in the police record, the people involved are across communities. In fact, if you look at the police record the last few years, the maximum majority are the Manipuri Muslim, then the Meiteis, and if you put them together, then it comes more than 1,000, then followed by, in the third rank, the Kukis, and even the Nagas are involved. So the paddlers, the traffickers, they are all across the communities of the Manipur. So there is no doubt about that. But the kingpins are something that is still not coming out in the forefront. And I have no doubts that even the kingpins will involve not only the Kukis, but Meiteis and many other, Meitei Pangal, Meitei Muslim, they may also be there. Because in such nexus, it is impossible thing that only one community will be doing this game. But larger issues that bothers us is not only the drug traffickers and mafia, but there is a close nexus between the insurgents, armed groups, along with these drug traffickers, and also what you call as political class. So already we know that one of the MLAs from Kangpokpi Kuki dominated area, who is a lady MLA, her husband is the chief of the Kuki outfit. So that is one, the political nexus with the insurgent groups. And there has also been tacit involvement of these people with the drug trafficking. And that is something, a point of worry. Even I am going to the extent, and this is on record, and people do say that I keep blaming Assam Rifles, but there were some personals of Assam Rifles caught with drugs, and perhaps there was a court case against that. So that means no one is free from this nexus. And this is a very, very strong force, and the government of India must not take it very lightly. And there are forces across the border, and I think the Chinese hand cannot be completely ruled out.